Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be speaking about my ADHD journey with medication, and I'm going to be giving you some, facts about the medication that I'm on, and just having a quick, chat about why I decided to go on medication, how long I want to be on it for, and what the benefits I have from being on medication, and some of the cons, some of the bad things that I've found about being on medication. So yeah, remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and yeah, let's get going with the video. So, I have nearly been on medication now for a year. So I got diagnosed last September in 2019 at the age of 21. Yeah, so in this September coming up, it will be a full year that I have been medicated, and the medication that I am on is called Elvance. I mean, the real long word is, I've got it right in front of me because I don't know how to say it. It's like Lisdexamfetamine. I don't know if that's how you say it. Lisdexamfetamine. I don't know what it is. So yeah, I'm going to give you some real, just before we get started, I just want to give you some facts about the medication that I'm on, so you can get a clear understanding of what the drug I'm on is. It's called Elvance. It's a drug that is commonly used, I believe. It is commonly used. But yeah, let's get on to the facts about Elvance. So, fact number 1 is that Elvance is used to treat ADHD and binge eating disorders. So it kind of helps impulse control. That's what it's solemnly used for, is to help impulse control. And they use it, sorry, I'm only looking over there because I've got my facts, otherwise we'll be rambling all day. So it's used from 6 years old upwards. And yeah, so that's fact number 1. Number 2 about Elvance is that it is a stimulant, a slow releasing stimulant. It's meant to last 14 hours as a slow releasing drug. Obviously that depends on your weight, your height, all different things. So 14-hour drug is kind of just like it's just a guideline, I suppose. It could work up to 14 hours, it could only work 4 hours. All depends on you, basically. So yeah, it's a stimulant, a slow releasing stimulant. So fact number 3 is Elvance works with the parts of your brain which regulate your moods, your self-control and your impulse control. It works with those types of parts of your brain. The bits of your brain that will help you focus, the bits of your brain that will regulate your moods and help you regulate the emotions appropriately. That's what it aims to help with, kind of thing. Elvance kind of goal for the medication kind of thing, like what they aim it to help with, is to help you reduce your impulse, so behaviour, give you time to think about the actions before you do them, instead of being really impulsive and dangerous. It helps you to focus, so it helps to length, the length of your attention span. It helps to control that, helps to, make it longer. Just helps with your focus, your impulse control. Yeah, that's all I've got written down, so I'm not going to ramble on. So, like any other drug in the whole entire world, right, Elvance comes with its own set of side effects. And I have had a few of the side effects. We'll be talking about that in a minute. But I'm going to list some of the main, side effects that are common known to happen. Because, some of them are will only ever happen 2 out of millions of people. It's really, some of them have such a low chance of actually happening. I'm not gonna go into them because it kind of scaremongers you into thinking that the drug's a bad idea. But yeah, I'm gonna list some of the commonly known side effects that happen to pretty much the majority of people that choose to take Elvance as medication for ADHD. So the first one is headaches and feeling dizzy. I have been affected by both of them. So yeah, headaches, dizziness, sickness like nausea. Yeah, that's the second symptom that I've got written down. Lack of appetite, Yeah, that's number 3. Sleeping. It can regulate your sleep. It can keep you up at night, and sometimes it can vice versa. It can absolutely drain you mentally, and you could be exhausted when it comes to the Elvance crash at the end of the day. You know about that, trust me. So the next one is, it can raise your blood pressure, and you have to go for regular checks at the doctors for your weight, nutrition, blood tests and blood pressure, and it can raise your heart rate as well. So that's something that comes with a serious side effect. They're the more serious ones, you know, blood pressure and your heart rate, but you have to have them monitored. That's the agreement you have with the doctor on taking these tablets, is you have to go to regular checkups to make sure A, you're okay, and B, you're not getting addicted to them, because that is the last side effect. The most serious one is addiction. They are addicting. They are an amphetamine based drug. They're not, I don't know if it's a full amphetamine, but it's called a pro drug, which is it is an amphetamine. People use them for recreational drugs, or whatever the word is. People use them in the wrong way. They have the tendency, if you use too much of them and you're not using them controlled, they can be used recreationally. I meant to say recreational use, like used in a dangerous way. That's recreationally instead of controlled. So it can become addicting, and like I always say, speak to somebody. If you feel that you're getting addicted to any type of drug, speak to someone. You can get help. So yeah, that's that one. And there's a couple more. They're not really facts, but it's kind of like what I found out was taking Elvance, is that it works to restore the natural chemicals that you're missing in your brain. So like it helps to make those chemicals and adjust them and try to balance out the imbalancement. So yeah, that's quite a, I suppose it is a fact, but it's not really, it's not on the label. It's not like an official fact, but that's what I've learned. So yeah, they're the facts about Elvance. So let's get down to my personal journey with ADHD medication. So yeah, like I've just explained, there are definitely pros and there are definitely cons, which I'm gonna speak about now. So I've always been on the bigger side. I've always been a bit chubby. I just love food, you know. I'm a girl that loves food. I've never really, you know, bothered about my weight until I hit puberty and, you know, hormones. Then it became like a big thing, and I've never really been able to get my weight under control. I've done like Slim and Well, Weight Watchers, diets, cutting out fizzy drinks completely, which I've done now, still 2 years down the line, still no fizzy drinks. I've done all this stuff, but my weight couldn't get under control. And because Elvance is, you know, it's a stimulant and it's an amphetamine based drug, you lack a bit of appetite, you know. It does decrease your appetite, and I did lose some weight. And I'm not endorsing this drug as a weight losing drug, because it's not. Never do that. It's not worth it. Trust me. What I'm going to tell you, it's not worth it. I became obsessed with my weight whilst taking this drug, to the point where I was going to have to go to a clinic about anorexia, but thankfully, through the help of my parents, I managed to lose weight naturally. I'm still losing weight naturally now without ADHD medication helping me, like, you know, with the lack of appetite. I'm eating healthier, but because I was so fixated on this drug with a lack of appetite, I was like, oh, it's going to make me not want to eat. Wrong. It doesn't do that, you know. You may not feel like you're hungry when you're on the tablet, but trust me, as soon as you come off of it, as in like when it starts to wear off, you have the munchies, trust me. You want to eat everything. You want to like, oh, I'll have this, I'll have this, I'll have this. Midnight, like you're raiding the cupboards, you're that hungry. So it doesn't work as in like a weight drug, so don't ever think, oh yeah, this is going to help me lose weight, because realistically it won't, because as soon as it starts like to crash, at the end of the day, you are like a fridge raider. You just want to raid that fridge. You are so hungry. It's like you're coming off of like I don't know, you're just hungry all the time. So yeah, I became very obsessed with my weight, and I went down a really dark hole beginning. Actually, I've only really, this last couple of months, come out of the obsession of weight. And that's only because of my mum and dad helping me, you know, become more confident, joining the gym and stuff like that, you know. I've done it naturally, and I don't condone ever, you're like choosing to do things like drugs or anything like that, because I know with ADHD you can become addicted. You have an addicting personality, and it is easy for us to rely on things, and it's so, you know, our impulses and, you know, stuff like that is very intense for us, and I understand that it can be hard to lose weight, but never feel like a drug is, and this is what I want to get out of this video. You know, you have to want to be on the ADHD medication for the right reasons, and, you know, I only want you to be on medication for the right reasons, because they have serious side effects, you know, psychologically and mentally, physically, you know, they have side effects that are potentially very dangerous and serious. So just make sure before you know, I don't know, change medication or ask to be on ADHD medication, you do the research like we did. Before I started this medication, me and my parents done the research because I wasn't sure. But yeah, you know, it has worked for me, and I couldn't thank it enough, you know. It has changed my life for the better, and I couldn't ask for anything more out of a tablet. Just one tablet a day, and it changes my life for those 5 or 6 hours. So there is a thing called the Elvance crash, which is basically at the end of the day, well, not, it doesn't necessarily have to be the end of the day, but when you start taking this tablet, you will understand what I mean. If you are on Elvance, you will get what I mean. If you are starting Elvance, you will get what I mean. So when you start taking it, the first couple of days, when it starts to wear off, you can like really tell, like you're like, whoa. Instant, you know, you click of a finger and you're like, whoa, it's gone. And it does crash you out, trust me. Like, you get headaches, migraines, really dry throat, and you're thirsty, and you could like drink a gallon of water but you're still really thirsty, and that can last a good few months until it starts to like settle in. And I've found for girls, when we're on our monthly, you know, girl time, we, you know, we do get a bit hungry, we get moody, and our hormones are just everywhere, right? And Elvance doesn't help, trust me. It basically, for the week or so that, you know, running up towards your period and the week that you're on your period, you may as well not take it. For me, I've never like just stopped taking it because I've never even missed a tablet, but it doesn't work for me. Throughout that week, them couple of weeks running up and after, I am the worst person to be around. Like, my moods are like, they change quicker than you can say ADHD. They change, and I think that's anyone, not even just girls, like boys with hormones as well. Like, but when you're on your girl time, it's crazy, and I suggest maybe, I don't really know, I don't know what to suggest. I personally, my parents thankfully are really in the loop with my moods and, you know, times. And my dad lives in a house full of girls, so he's well aware of like, oh, you know, Molly's this, so I'm keeping away from her. So people are very aware of my time of month because it's like, it just gets massive, like whoof, 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 and it gets real bad. So yeah, Elvance doesn't really work for me around the time of month. So like 2 weeks out of that month, I'm pretty much, don't come near me. But every other day is perfectly fine, it helps great. So yeah. But let's just say as well, like, I started to rely and think that this ADHD drug is going to be my lifeline. So I have not decided, I want to speak to a doctor to maybe start cutting my medication down. I'm 22 and I don't want to be on this drug forever. I want to be able to live life medication free. That's my goal. And I think that I'm one step closer to that now. This whole year has been a journey. I've learnt things, I've done things, I've brought things to help me. You know, I've done YouTube, which is helping me amazingly. My blog helps me incredibly. So I don't necessarily want to rely on Elvance for much longer. I want to have a break from Elvance medication. I don't know when I can get in to see a doctor, like to speak about things. That's going to be hopefully my goal, to be able to have maybe a 6-week break to see how I am without the medication. Can I now, you know, use the skills that I've learned, you know, since being diagnosed? Can I use them and learn them and adapt them into a life without medication? That's my goal for next year, is to hopefully become medication free. Because I won't ever be fixed from ADHD, and I won't ever be cured from ADHD. It's in me forever, and that's okay, you know. It's like my best friend. It's my worst enemy and my best friend. So I'm happy that I've got it, but I do want to, you know, maybe think of some more other ways to cope without medication, because I'm not wanting it to be a long-term thing for me personally. So yeah, I just want everyone to like remember that this is my opinion. It's totally different to yours, and you won't agree with everything I'm saying, and that's okay. I just wanted to get my journey out there on Elvance, and yeah, I just want you guys to know that, you know, pills do not give you skills. You have to learn those skills, and once you've learnt those skills, maybe you will want to come off of medication like I want to, or maybe you don't want to and you don't feel you're ready, and who cares? That's your decision, not mine. I don't judge. That's your decision, and that is okay. So, you know, don't ever take this video as I'm judging you, or like, you know, oh, Molly's doing this, I need to do this, or Molly does this and I do that. No, you know, this is my opinion. This is my journey with ADHD medication, not yours. You need to speak to doctors and do your own research. But yeah, thank you for watching my video, and I am going to do a video about, you know, the first day of taking ADHD medication, but I didn't want to throw this one in here because it's going to be too long of a video, and I don't want that. So yeah, so remember to like and subscribe. Tell me down below if you're on Elvance, what your pros and cons are of your ADHD medication if you're on them. Let me know, you know, what you worry about, see if I can help you. So yeah, thank you for watching, and subscribe and like to my channel, and yeah, carry on being on this crazy journey of ADHD with me, and I will see you next time. Bye!